You know what I hate more than stubbing your toe on a dumbbell that's been left on the floor when it's the middle of the night and it's super dark in your house?
What's that?
An old, crusty, dusted, bitter old man named Joe Budden, dude.
Ah!
Nah, I don't hate Joe Budden. I actually love Joe. I've been a Patreon member for like multiple years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you have my Patreon password.
I do, and I see it all the time, and it says new post by Joe Budden. So anyways.
He's a bitter old man, dude. He's a bitter old man.
Bitter why?
I hate every Drake season, bro. All the haters come out of the woodwork to just talk about why this project is so trash and bad. But somehow he stays the GOAT, and his numbers stay better than Michael Jackson. So how does that work, right?
Good question.
But there's nothing more annoying than when the hip-hop old heads just on new generation stuff.
Yeah, they really do.
This is the circle of life, my guys, you
Yeah.
know? And it's either get with the program or get your dusty ass in the dustbin or throw you in the trash, dude, because ain't nobody trying to hear that, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, music's always going to evolve and continue to grow. And yeah, like you said, if you're not with the times, then take a f***ing hike.
Yeah, a long one with a backpack and boots on, dude. So anyway,
Yep.
Joe Budden obviously did his famous Drake review. It happens every single time Drake drops an album, and every single time he seems to hate on it. And I wonder why that is, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not for like clout, and it's definitely not like his biggest pod of the year every year, definitely. So
It is.
yeah, we could for sure
Okay.
number check that. But dude, he has all these hard opinions on him, right? But why are you even doing it? If you really didn't like the music or the album, why even bring it up in your podcast? If you weren't doing it because you know it's going to be a huge moment for you.
Right.
Selfishly, right? But
Yeah.
anyway, let's hear a little bit of Joe's opinion on Drake's new album, which is For All the Dogs. Didn't even mention it, but
Yep, that one.
you know,
The
we're
one,
here.
obviously.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about.
Gonna be a lot of Drake, and I, for one, am really happy that he's going away.
See, starting it off.
I'm really happy that he's taking a break.
He probably could stand to take 2 years off between the album.
Oh, I was about to go even further than that, but we'll discuss it later.
Okay.
On to the timestamps.
Oh.
9:15 in Fayetteville. Drake, get the fuck out of Charlotte.
Yeah, don't go back. No CIAA for you.
No
None of that.
studio.
Nothing. Nah, she be running.
No Hornets games, but he
Right.
was doing
Drago.
some rapping on.
No, he was. He rap.
But even his temperament wasn't time-stamped.
Yeah, he didn't have the arrogance that he usually has.
This was that I'm wealthy, lazy kind of effortless flow that he's been doing.
Oh,
Yo, it makes me so mad that they constantly say shit like that. They always are on his ass like this, bro. And I bet you if you were to go back and find the last timestamp song or the last 2 or 3, all the ones that they're praising right now, they probably were like, meh, it's okay.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, it's mid. I mean, your opinion can change on stuff, and it naturally will, but to discredit some shit. I mean, my personal opinion, bro, out of all the timestamp joints, this one hit so much different because it was like everyone's been waiting on this album. It got pushed back.
God. Yeah.
Puts the shit out, and the visuals were like on some iconic shit, bro. When you look back, bro, when Drake is in his mid 40s, and motherfuckers like, man, no, remember 10 years ago, bro? Remember? Like, and he got the f***ing rainbow clips in his hair and the f***ing
Yeah,
grills
grills.
with got the fangs on the side,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Stop playing, bro.
And also talk about his like wealthy but lazy rap. It's like, dude, honestly, one of my least favorite things is when a rapper is just like so ballin' and that's all they fucking talk about is how much like with the fucking racks on the ears. Like, it's cool to gloat a little bit, I get that. But Drake, like this album in general, especially 8 AM Sharp, like it's heavy and it hits hard, but also it is more laid back, which is something that I kind of prefer a little bit too.
I don't know why still expect something from him.
He's got nothing to prove.
Why you expect so much from bro? He can't just go in the studio and have a good time and put some shit out that he had fun making, because I'll tell you something, bro. I've been making music for a long time. I'm not trying to make music for anybody but me, bro. And I'm not Drake, obviously, but like my one song that has some numbers, I'm not in the studio every day trying to make Slide Part 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It
And dude, he got Artist of the Decade. Oh, so doing something right.
In a year from now, you'll look back at the album and be like, no, that was a good album. And you'll hate on whatever he does next. And he's probably going to take a break because, bro, this fake ass industry, bro. People that want to like kill you without like understanding that some shit can be hard to create and hard as in dope as hell to listen to.
Right.
Without it sounding like 2011 or 12, Take Care. Just because your ears aren't tuned to like what the sound is right now doesn't mean it's bad. As far as the 8 AM song, bro, I feel like it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It got everybody talking about it. It got everybody hyped for the album. That job done, bro. Job is done. Did what it was supposed to do. You want to compare it to every other song he's ever made and how many good bars were on there, in my opinion, versus how many bad bars, whatever. Like, that's just like picky, bro. You're just being picky.
You being pick.
Yeah, also make a better song and put it out then, you know what I mean?
And then we get the album, Virginia Beach. Everybody thought it would be Pusha T Smoke.
It was not.
See, but now when you say For All the Dogs, I think that you should start with Pusha T Smoke.
That's your problem, though, expectations, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're expecting too much.
You were going to hate it no matter what it was because it wasn't ever going to be what you wanted it to be.
That's exactly the issue, yeah.
But cool, you didn't do that. See, at this point, for me, it don't even matter that he's singing.
It mattered.
It mattered.
It mattered.
It mattered big time.
It mattered because I was with everything you were saying. I was right there.
Even your lead up just now, I was like, yo, this Parks is great until it's
I'm sitting here thinking
Drop me right
Tuscan
back.
Leather,
Yes.
Legend. I'm like, oh, he's getting ready to go nuts over this
Yeah,
beat.
he could have.
And then I hear singing.
And then you hear Need It.
Nope.
See, I was still mesmerized by the beat at this point.
No.
I get it, but I don't get it.
Yeah, we did a tier list of the album, which will be coming out very soon. And I mean, that was my one thing about the intro is you want the intro to be like barring you to death. But also, dude, I heard it and I liked it. And I can't kill it because he didn't have philosophical, lyrical miracle.
That
all
stuff comes later.
See, and he kicked in the songmaker mode instead of For the Dogs.
Rapper mode.
Yes.
Instead of intro mode.
This beat.
I felt too old for this album.
This beat, though. I feel that. And we Calling for You featuring 21 Savage. 21 was refreshing. At this point of the album, I'm starting to feel like this could be an extension of Her Loss now.
I didn't like the 21 Savage record at all.
I wasn't really a fan of that. I'm good on them two.
You were talking about how that song in particular with 21 Savage on it was better than the whole Her Loss album with 21 Savage.
But they're saying that so far it seems like this album is just more Her Loss, which is a wild thing to say. I mean, what do you mean? If Drake and 21 Savage do any record together ever, it's going to sound like it could go on Her Loss because it's Drake and 21 Savage who are the artists on that album. So what does that mean?
I want to preface this by saying that Yachty's album still, to me, is one of the top albums of the year, but I don't want to hear that here.
Why?
And I respect Yachty's A&R ability.
Him and KD.
Kevin Durant. Here.
Hey, Drake, you think about the wrong right now.
Killer right there.
In your face, you fucking motherfucker. What the is going on now?
Too up.
He tried to make it cute. He tried to make it cute.
You trying to be play.
You can't.
I want to put a little hooky
You
hook in
can't hook your way out of this. What the fuck are you doing right now? No!
So mad.
Bro, it's a crybaby, dude. Hey, this isn't Jay-Z and Nas in like the 80s or 90s, whenever that was. This isn't that, dude. It don't have to always be that. They can't just make a song together without an old bro like Joe Budden hopping on talking about he had better bars than you.
They were probably just having a good time.
You know what they did, dude? They made a jingle together. You know what they did? They rhymed English words together.
Yeah.
On a banging beat.
It ain't that deep.
And you know what about it when I turn it on? I'm like it.
Me too.
And that was hard.
It was hard.
And that was hard.
It's cool. It's hard.
I don't give a featuring Yeats. Cool. I like it.
Not very much. Not for me.
I like it.
Not for me at all.
Y'all didn't fuck with that?
No.
Rusty and
Not for me.
No.
Joe made a laughing stock of Yachty. I was like, he made Lil Yachty's name a joke or like a pun for bad rappers back when he was on Everyday Struggle. So they don't too much talk about Yachty.
There's more skips on here than records that I will go back to and listen to. This is not a good album. I think, yes, please do take some time off.
You feel like this is low effort, low energy from him?
Yeah.
It's a cop-out take.
Yeah.
In my opinion, to just say it's low effort.
Yeah.
You weren't in there, you didn't do it. If you can't recognize how hard it is to shift completely into a new lane and like kill it, that's not low effort. He could put an album out in a week and it would still go #1. Just freestyling, bro. I swear to God, in a week he could pump out an album and it would go #1. Yeah. That would be low effort. I don't like that
He
take.
would do it.
This might be my last rap album review. All of you rappers sound uninspired. Y'all do sound low effort. There's no new, exciting, creative energy. All of y'all sound like y'all trying to sound like
Someone
the
else.
artists that you like a lot. None of y'all seem to be trying to innovate. I knew that this Drake wasn't going to be a Joe Budden Drake when Yachty said all that that he said. Where is the verse that Yachty said is arguably one of the best verses Drake has ever written? It's nowhere on this project. His top 10,
He don't
20,
even
30,
have the best
40,
verse on his project.
top 50 verses are not on this project. And that's where I recognize I have to let go of Drake. I have to let go. This is like Yachty rapping. You are 36. Get the away from some of these younger and stop these 25-year-olds.
Let's keep it all the way a bean, Joe Budden. Get away from these 25-year-old girls. Hey, Drake's gonna be 85 and have a 25-year-old.
Because it's
Drake. Get away from the young people is crazy, bro.
That's the market. Bro. That's your market.
They go on and talk about Kai Cenat and guess what, bro? Kai Cenat's bumping the whole album, said every song hits. Mm-hmm. So you know who that message went out to?
All the kids.
Yeah, not 45-year-old. Yeah. I'm not trying to completely hate on Joe because he did have some points, bro.
That's true.
You have a lot of good points, but here's the problem, right? Is that your good points are only good if you went into this album with the same expectations that you had for the album, right?
Yeah.
If you go into this album not expecting Illmatic, it's just good music. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, it's you can play it. It's good. It's never going to be bad. You can play that. Any song off the album, you can play it at a party. I mean, minus maybe a couple of the slower joints. Not only is no one going to have a problem with it, everyone's going to know the song and like the song, bro. If he's appealing to the youth when he drops, that's only a plus for him. He's already appealed to the skeletons, bro. He's talking about, I'm done with these album reviews. It's shit like that that's making the GOATs not drop so much, man. Because I think of this about Lil Uzi, bro. Every time Uzi drops something, and he takes a long time already to drop, motherfuckers critique everything he puts out and compare it to his old stuff. I want the old Uzi. I want the old Uzi. And then he, I'm sure, as an artist, is getting a little self-conscious, like, damn, should I be making this or that? And then he's going into the booth, like, trying to appease commenters and like fucking up whatever he's doing, and it's like, bro, Uzi was supposed to drop Barter 16 like shortly after his last album. Some leaks came out, motherfuckers clowned it, and that's not coming out, bro. He's never dropping
he probably ditched it.
Yo, I bet you it would have been fire.
Yeah.
Like, I heard some of the leaks, they sounded good enough to me. It was Uzi doing some different shit, but that's the problem. People don't like different shit. People like, everyone's talking about we want the same Lil Uzi until Lil Uzi drops Love Is Rage 1 3 more times, and then you're like, oh, Uzi always sounds the same, bro.
It's a lose-lose. And that's across all genres.
Dude, of course it is, but the opposite side of that argument, bro, is DaBaby. He's been doing this thing for a while, but when he really blew up, it was with the song Suge, right? And I watched it happen. Suge comes out, song hard as hell, everyone's with DaBaby. 6 months later, people are talking about how, oh, DaBaby only got one flow, DaBaby sound the same. He's only been on your radar for 6 months, bro. Like,
yeah, relax.
What, dude?
Relax.
So what is it that you want? You can't make anyone happy. No. For someone like, if I'm speaking to Drake needs to make what makes him happy and what makes him have a good time making music. Have fun, bro.
Yeah, that's the
when anybody thinks about it.
Did Drake respond to Joe Budden?
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah. We getting a little carried away, but yeah. I low-key wish Drake didn't respond because the album, I think, over time will
speak for itself.
Exactly, speak for itself.
Agreed.
Yep. But he did respond, and we love Petty Drake, dude. Joe Budden will failed at music. Sorry.
Yeah, you left it behind to do what you're doing in this clip because this is what actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, just remember you are watching a failure give their opinion on his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter give their opinion on how they achieve longevity. You switch careers because the things that pop into your brain had you broke, living check to check, and the raps you write had 450 men showing up to your shows and dusty, what is that?
Inside jeans. I don't know what the hell that is either, my boy.
To screw up their face to Mood Music.
Mood Music 29. Joe Budden has a series of mixtapes called Mood Music 1, Mood Music 2. So
okay.
Yeah, to screw up their face.
Yeah, to Mood Music 29 and pretend you're the GOAT. Okay, now you continue because I can't read.
All right, well, I can't even see the shit. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. You retired and we never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number.
Ooh.
We know you for doing this. You withdrew from rap not because you accomplished all you need to, it's because it wasn't working for you. I never want anybody in the generations in the generations.
Yeah.
I'm guessing in the generations below us. To think that the whole everybody's entitled to their opinion is a real thing. This is a man projecting his own self-hate in the fact I did and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need to put it in simpler terms, I own a 767. He owns a modest house in the 973 and flies first class on special occasions.
Ow!
Talking about owning a plane.
Yeah, dude.
Shouldn't have did it because you look salty about it. It's all good because at the end of the day, everything that Joe said some shit, and I understand where he's coming from because he's known Drake for so long. He was expecting the path to go the way that like Jay-Z went and like all these greats that he looks up to. It is what it is, but things change, and as things change, people's paths are gonna change too. So like just because you've seen it play out and you think every artist needs to do that, it's like everyone's gonna have to adapt to what's going on and like completely change their route if they want to stay at a crazy level. Should Drake have put that on Instagram or whatever? No, probably not.
Let us know in the comments what you think about the whole Drake response and everything.
Facts.
And what you think about Joe Budden and how he...
Or what you would say about it. I know people are going to be like, oh, y'all are like riding Drake meat or whatever the Let me tell you something, brother. I feel like the majority of people are riding Joe Budden meat, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a thing for like the past few years that it's corny to listen to Drake or to think that he's cool. I felt a shift in it, but it seems like the old people haven't.
Yeah.
And these people that report on music and don't even talk about the artists that I be listening to every day that are in my playlist every day. Like they are, you know what I mean? They just don't register or whatever. But still I can recognize like when somebody's out doing their art. Yeah. Cause I make art, bro. I make music, I make art. I can recognize when somebody's out there just getting beat on for no reason. Yeah, other than that you had expectations and your butt hurt about it wasn't exact. He didn't make it for you. Like, I don't know. I guess what drives me crazy about this shit is Joe wanna critique him so hard or whatever, but take that hour out of your podcast that you know everyone's gonna listen to and you're gonna monetize and whatever. It's gonna be your biggest episode. You know that. It is every year that it happens. I think what blew Joe Budden podcast up was his opinion on Views back when that came out, or one of the albums that he didn't
That's
like.
what blew him up. Yeah,
but then in this one, they're like, now they talk about Views as if it was like a great album. So
I feel ya.
I just think, Joe, you're washed. Yeah. You're old and washed, and it's okay. It's okay. We're all one day gonna get old and washed.
Yeah, but today it's you. Thanks for watching.
I guess so. Subscribe.